From sitting prayer position, while in easy pose, bring legs straight out for seated staff pose. Hands are alongside your hips. Transition to boat pose. Lift your legs straight off the floor. Body naturally falls back. Bring your arms parallel off the floor. Balance on your sit bones. Breathe, do not hold your breath. Pulse your legs down and up, down and up, down and up. Release, lie flat on the mat. Rest and breathe here for a moment. Then raise arms and legs for boat pose bicycles for 3. 1, 2, 3. Release, come back down, rest on the floor. Now for boat pose swimmers, while legs are straight, alternate legs. 1, 2, 3. Return head, neck, shoulders, body onto the mat. Then arms and legs come up for boat pose wide leg. Legs and arms off the mat parallel to the floor, or legs open and close for a set of 3. 1, 2, 3. Release and return your body to the mat, flat on the floor. While lying flat, bring your arms up in goddess pose. Now bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Bring your upper body up, sitting up. Cross your right knee over the left. Bring your left elbow down to the outside of your right knee, pressing your knee and elbow together to create resistance, while the right hand is on the floor behind the right hip for support. Untwist and repeat on the other side. Crossing your left knee on top of your right, bringing the right elbow down to the outside of the left knee, pressing the knee and elbow together for resistance, while the left hand is behind the left hip for support. Lie on your back to transition into fish pose. Come up to your elbows with your forearms flat on the mat. Puff up your chest by rolling your shoulders back and tucking your shoulder blades firmly onto your back, creating a back bend or arch in your back. Palms are on the mat. Tuck your hands under your butt if that feels more comfortable. Lower the crown or the top of your head until it comes to the floor, opening your throat. For a count of 3, while in fish pose, alternate your feet. 1, 2, 3. Return legs to the mat. For another count of 3, while in fish pose, bring both legs together, bringing them up and down. Remember, don't hold your breath. Bring your legs up for 1, 2, up for 3, and down. For the next count of 3, while in fish pose, you're going to lift your legs off the floor, keeping your heels together. You're going to bring your legs in like a diamond and back out for a count of 3. Bring them in 1 and out, 2 and out. Bring them in 3 and out. Stay in the fish pose position, but bring your arms to your chest in prayer and hold this position, remembering to breathe. Staying here for a moment, breathing in all the wonderful positive energy and exhaling out anything negative, any aches and pains. For the next movement, while in fish pose, raise your legs and your arms straight up to the sky. And slowly return your arms and your legs flat on the mat. Come out of fish pose where your arms, your back, your legs are now flat on the mat. Rest here for a moment, staying mindful with your breath. Then sit up in Dandasana or staff pose. Legs are straight, hands on your side. Now for upward or reverse plank. Bring your hands several inches behind your hips. Rotate your palms so your fingertips are facing your feet. Externally rotate the arms as you press your hands down firmly into the mat. Now press your hands and feet down firmly. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Next, for bridge pose, bring your buttocks down. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet on the floor. Arms extended along the floor, palms are flat. Bring your feet close to your butt and lift your hips towards the ceiling. Draw your tailbone towards your pubic bone, holding your butt off the floor. Bring your butt back on the mat. Sit up and from a seated position, bend the knees, bringing the feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, fingers pointed towards the feet. Lean back into the arms and slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling. While in reverse tabletop, lift the legs one at a time, starting with the right, then the left, 2 more sets, right, left, 1 more, right, and left. Take a break, bring the butt down. Return to reverse tabletop, lift the butt, raise the right leg to flex and point for 3 sets. Flex and point for 1, 2 more sets, flex and point. Don't forget to breathe, flex and point. Bring your right leg down, reverse legs. For 3 sets, flex, point, flex, point. Last one, flex and point. Bring your left leg down to the mat. Come out of reverse tabletop, bring your buttocks to the mat. Return to reverse tabletop, bring the right leg up and bring it out to the side and back for 3. Return to center, then 2 more, out to the side. Return to center, 1 last time. Change feet. Left leg raises, out to the side for 1 and 2. Don't forget to breathe. Last one, 3. And return to center, feet back on the mat. Then bring your butt down. Lay back down on the mat. Back is flat on the mat. Head is on the mat. Arms are running down the sides of your body. Knees are bent. Push off with your feet and rock the legs up and back, bringing the bent knees to the forehead and placing the hands under the hips. Slowly straighten the legs and reaching the toes to the floor over the head. When your toes touch the floor, you can release the arms, having your arms down flat on the mat. While legs are above your head, scissor kicks for 3 sets. 1, 2, and 3. While still in plow position, legs split wide for 1, 2, and 3. Legs are still over the head. Next movement will be legs in diamond while in the plow position. While keeping heels together, bring the feet in like a diamond for 3. Bring feet towards you for 1, and then out, 2, out, last one for 3, out. From plow position where legs are behind your head, to slowly release, hands are at the side of the mat, or come to your lower back for support as you slowly roll down your back, 1 vertebrae at a time. Legs slowly return flat on the mat. Let's stay here a few moments to allow the back to settle back into its normal curves. While legs still flat on the mat, bring your arms up in goddess pose, keeping the shoulders flat on the mat, breathing in and out. Now transitioning to 4-limb or figure 4 pose. Bend the left knee, left foot on the mat, right ankle over the left thigh. Twist the body to the left side of the mat while arms are still in goddess pose. Return to midline and switch legs. Left ankle over right upper thigh. Twist at the waist where both legs fall onto the right side. Return to midline. Continue to breathe. Both knees are bent. Feet flat on the mat, arms come down the sides of your body, then straighten your legs, feet slightly open in Savasana. Relax here a moment, breathe, taking in all the positive energy while breathing out anything negative. Now return to a bridge position, bend your knees, lifting up the hips, hold this position, arms are staying at your sides towards your feet. Now bring your butt down. Now feet will alternate where they point. First the right leg lifts and points, then return to bridge position. Then the left leg lifts and points. Bring the left leg down to regular bridge, then bring the butt down to the mat. Resting the back for a moment while staying mindful with your breath. Return to a bridge position, lifting up the hips. While in a bridge, bring the right ankle over the left thigh. Release the foot. Butt comes down, switch sides, left ankle over the right thigh, bridge up, return the butt on the mat, release the left foot, return to neutral, feet flat on the mat, knees are still bent. Bring the arms overhead where the arms and the back of the hands are flat on the mat. Bring the hips up towards the ceiling for a bridge, trying to keep the hips lifted towards the ceiling. Feet stay flat on the mat, keep them from rolling out to the sides. Now bring your butt back to the mat. Return to a bridge. The hands come down the sides. Clasp your hands behind your back as your butt is raised. Your hips are off the floor. hips are pointed towards the ceiling. Then release, butt returns to the mat. Now transition back to bridge pose. Lift your hips, raise the right leg and pulse for 3. 1, 2, 3. As the leg stays raised, flex and point for 3. 1, 2, 3. Return your right leg on the mat, bring the butt down, prepare to repeat on the left side. Bridge up, raise the left leg, pulse for 1, 2, 3. Keep it raised to flex and point. 1, 2, 3. Return the left foot on the mat, knees bent, hips come down. Stay here for a moment, allowing the back to resettle, while staying mindful with your breath, breathing in and out. Now walk your feet back towards your butt while your knees are bent. Grab your ankles with your hands and slowly bridge up, hips off the floor, hips towards the ceiling, raising your butt off the mat. Return your butt to the mat, straighten your legs, giving your back some time to settle. Now bend your left knee for figure 4. Right ankle rest above the left knee. Weave the hands to pull the left leg towards your chest. Then twist over to the left side as your right hand goes over to the right side, perpendicular to your body. Your eyes look over to your right hand. Do not hold your breath, remembering to breathe in all the wonderful energy and out anything negative. Then return to midline and switch to the other side. Your left ankle goes over your right knee. You weave your hands through to pull your right leg towards your chest. Twist your chest to the right side as your left hand goes out to the left and your eyes look over to your left hand. Untwist and return to center. Feet, legs come down flat on the mat to Savasana. You may close your eyes. Stay here for a moment in gratitude, being thankful for the time you have for your practice. When you are ready, open your eyes. Slowly move your fingers and toes, building up movement until you can bend your knees to roll to one side. Slowly sit up. Legs come to easy pose and hands are in prayer at the level of the heart.